how I changed my life with a simple change of direction. Welcome YouTube. I am Ayamion. This video is just something that I am doing for myself and to train myself to be a mentally and physically stronger person. Day one, I came to the conclusion that I got tired of telling myself that I couldn't do things, but there was nothing that was telling me that except for my mind. And I got tired of it. I got tired of putting up excuses to go to the gym, to go and be a healthier person, to eat healthier. I always told myself that I just could not do it, and I just got tired of that. I wasn't feeling 26 years old. I felt like I was 40 years old, and that was not okay with me. So I decided to strengthen my mind. My husband actually, he ended up telling me that it was always in my mind that I couldn't do anything, that I didn't want to do anything. It was all just my mind. It was that everything of my body wasn't saying no. My heart was not saying no. The only thing that was controlling me from being my full potential self, that was my mind. And what I mean strengthening my mind is just that itself. Because if I can take away that I can't do it, whatever excuse I made up for that time, if I took those away, what would my life become? I think it came to a point where just recent I noticed it. It was an overnight thing that actually came up with the idea of strengthening my mind, and I told myself that usually I would be like, oh, I'll start it later, or I'll do it later, or I'll start next month, or whatever the case was. And this was like end of March, the very last day. Midnight was already coming and it was going to be April, and I said, you know what, I'm doing it for the month of April. It's been fantastic. The reason itself, the one thing that I noticed, that I just felt like another person was speaking for me. My true self that was able to go and do things and, have fun and whatever the case was, and never not saying no that I couldn't do it. That person was somewhere in me and I just couldn't get out. I realized that my mind just took control over my body, and it was not the type of mindset that I wanted. I'm proud of myself. I can honestly say that for me to do something like this, to go ahead and continue to do something like this, whether it's been a few days or so, the fact is that I've been continuously pushing and fighting this person. When I woke up in the morning, I had 9 hours of sleep at least. I was rested. I wake up at 4:20 in the morning. I wake up, brush my teeth, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, wow, I'm tired. I can't wait till I go to sleep. And I just woke up. And then that's when I knew that I had a journey to go through. And I was going to fight that person that was speaking for me, because I know I was rested. And I know I can continue the day the way I want to have that day. And so I pushed. And I continue to push and still pushing. It's a battle every day, especially when it comes down to, my choices of lack of sleep, whatever the case is. But I came to the conclusion that I am going to continue to push to better myself. The woe is me card doesn't exist in our home. The thing about woe is me is that you always want someone to be there to comfort you and, to accept the cry for help. And when it comes out to just be that, you have to be the one that helps yourself. Why would I be having my husband feel bad for me not being better than who I am right now? So the steps that I take right now is really just taking the excuses, taking the I can't, taking the negative, and I just push. And I'm pushing and pushing till I physically cannot anymore. And honestly, I've not been able to do anything that I wasn't capable of doing, and I have not exhausted myself, not one bit. Not mentally, not physically. If anything, I feel a lot stronger and capable of doing a lot more. Right now, I feel like I'm on a really good path. I just take away the I'm too tired, or I just don't want to, or maybe tomorrow. I took all that out, and that's what's really been benefiting me now. I say that it was for the month only because, again, I doubted myself while I was trying to come to this conclusion. Whatever way or how I can be able to go through it, I would say to myself. So I said that it was going to be for the month of April. I believe that I would want it to carry on through a life-changing experience. That is something that I would want to take on with myself all the way till I die, because I've been looking at life a lot more positive, a lot more grateful. I've been accepting of what I'm so much capable of doing, the empowerment that I'm able to, process through my friends. I went through quite a few obstacles. The first one, again, I woke up saying I was tired when I had plenty of sleep. When Friday came around, I went to the gym Monday through Friday, 5 days out of 7. These are just things that I always thought to myself that I wasn't capable of doing, and I'm doing it. I lost 3 pounds already. I'm pretty sure it's water weight, but the fact is that I lost already some weight, and it's been pretty good, pretty healthy. So I just recommend it for anybody that's really trying to better themselves and not even know that they want to better themselves. I've noticed what was around me as well. And so not only was I acknowledging what I was doing, what I was taking in, but I was acknowledging who was giving me what feelings and what actions to make me feel like I wasn't able to do certain things. And once I was able to control myself, my thoughts, my mind, I came to the conclusion that I could control those around me. I've actually either ignored the negative that is around me, or I've changed my surroundings from negative to positive, and it's been an uplifting experience. I would watch a lot of dancers on Instagram, those little snippets, and I like to watch dance and like the hip hop and the whole movements, and I remember telling my husband that I wish I could do that, but I won't be able to. And when he was like, why can't you? That's when it really clicked in my head that why can't I do what they can do? With practice and determination and putting yourself through that mentally physical strength, I came to the conclusion that I wasn't going to limit myself anymore. I was going to learn how to do the splits and be a lot more flexible. And my other goal is to start learning how to dance. I took those excuses away and I've not turned back on it, not once. Stay tuned for another update. This is just week 1 of April. I have many weeks to go, but I'm going to document it because I do see this as a life-changing experience. So stay tuned.